everybody. I'm Hillary Atkin from the Atkin Report in Los Angeles, and I'm so excited to welcome Ethan Eckenroad from The Voice to this edition of Hillary's Happy Hour. Ethan, how are you doing?
Hillary, I'm great. Thanks for having me on the show. I'm very excited and just grateful to be here.
Oh, thank you so much, Ethan. Your blind audition of Northern Attitude received a 4-chair turn, only the second one in the Blinds premiere. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. It's still kind of surreal, but thank you. Very grateful.
Adam, Kelsey, John, and then Michael all turned for you as your family and your new baby looked on. But how did what happened compare to what you might have envisioned would go down?
Man, honestly, I was just grateful and happy to get an audition. There's obviously a lot of nerves and, going into it, there's only so many spots. So from the start, you're like, I just want a chance. So I was just happy to step foot on stage and beyond excited that all 4 turned and were willing to give me a chance. So beyond any expectation I think I could have had.
Now, while you were performing, did you know that they turned? Because some artists don't even realize it like in that moment.
I definitely remember Adam and Kelsey because they turned right back to back. So I remember them turning, but after that moment, it's honestly all blank. I joke with my wife. I don't even know if I sang the words right for the rest of the song. So,
well, with all of the coaches really wanting you and Adam saying that you were the best voice that he had heard, what factors went into your decision to go with him?
Sure. That was definitely a big factor. It meant a lot just for him to say, been waiting for you all night. And you were the voice and my favorite so far. So that definitely was a big factor, but it was hard, especially hearing what the other coaches had to say and how much they wanted me on their team. Especially Kelsey, she had mentioned that it was the first time she felt like she was at a concert herself, just listening to an artist. So yeah, that was close, and that was a really tough decision between those two specifically. But yeah, I'm happy I chose Adam. I think he, I don't know, just really spoke to me emotionally, and that kind of what drew me in.
Yeah, I also think it was interesting that he had said before you came on, I'm just waiting for someone to come out here and sing simply and authentically. And that was you. So
yes. Yeah.
That was
that's
amazing.
Sweet. Yeah, that's all I want to do is just be who I am. So it's crazy to me, and it just makes me so grateful that that's what he saw out of it, was just my authentic self. So
well, speaking of your authentic self, on your Instagram, you describe yourself as just some homie trying to write songs about life.
Yeah.
So, Ethan, I love that. But tell me more about your musical background and performing history.
Yeah. So, I mean, I grew up singing. I grew up in the church and did a lot of singing there. In middle school and in high school, I was in our musicals. I was in chorus. I was a drummer in the drum line in the band. So music all throughout since I was young. And then afterwards, I started out helping lead worship at a church and kind of just kept at it. I started singing more. A couple of years after that, the church closed down, and I was at this spot where I was like, I didn't know what was next. I thought I was going to be a worship leader for the rest of my life. And so I started writing songs about it. And it was a weird place for me because it was very vulnerable. So I think that's where that Instagram bio comes from, is just I'm me, and I'm just some guy who likes to write music. And I'm sure there are other people experiencing the same emotional pain. And even if it's different in some ways, it all tracks the same. So yeah, I started writing music, and here I am.
Well, I just have to shift gears for a minute, and this came up on the show, but after the man bun, are you really going to do a mullet?
I have considered it. I keep joking about it, but I'm like, you know what? Even if I shave it off right after, I might as well just give it a go,
I like it the way it is.
Thank you.
I am looking forward to your next performances on the show. And what are you most looking forward to learning from Adam as you move forward?
Um, the biggest thing for me, learning from Adam, I think, is my confidence. Obviously, vocally and stuff, I have a lot to learn, I feel like, but um, my confidence going into this, it's one thing for your friends to say, like, you're a good singer, you're really good. And I'm from a small town, so, I feel like there's only so many people who sing in this area. So, it's one thing to hear it from that, but then to have four world-class people turn their chairs and say, you're stinking good. Um, yeah, I just think going into this, Adam is just going to speak to obviously my confidence, but I think he's just going to help me find and tune in that like authentic self that I want to be, and just walk up on every stage I'm on and be who I am.
I'm excited to see more of you two together, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you perform with him. That would be amazing, Ethan.
Yeah, it would be sweet.
So I want to wrap up our happy hour by lifting a toast to you and your continued success on The Voice.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.